Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fazilda Nabil and I take great pleasure in introducing the speakers for our morning session. In the field of water resources, our first speaker for today, Dr. Danish Mustafa, really needs no introduction, but I'm still going to give it a try. Dr. Mustafa is a leader at the Department of Geography, King's College, London. His research interests have been at the intersection of water resources, hazards, and development geography. He maintains an interest in researching geographies of violence and terror, particularly in Pakistan, from a social theoretical perspective. Danish's research has been funded by the United States National Science Foundation, the National Environment Research Council, the IDRC in Canada, and the Belmont Forum, amongst others. He has been the co-author for the first climate change response strategies for Pakistan, in addition to being the lead author for the UNDP 5-year flood response strategy. He has undertaken policy-related work with DFID, with the International Organization for Migration, the Stimson Center, and the US Institute of Peace. While maintaining an active research, grant writing, and publication profile, Danish has also been engaged in teaching. He's taught courses such as the development and environmentalism in the Global South, disasters and development, critical geographies of terrorism, and environmental thought. Dr. Mustafa's talk today is going to explore the subnational dimensions of water and conflict in the Indus Basin. I take great pleasure in welcoming you, Dr. Mustafa.
I think it's a small, intimate audience, so I think it would be a bad idea if I stay down here. I feel very strange looking down at the people that I'm talking to. Okay, how do I change the slides? Okay, thank you very much for that very generous introduction. I don't know where you got that from, but anyway, you had it, so that's nice. I feel very good. The title of my talk, Okay, so a couple of years back, the USIP came to me and they said, can you write something on water and conflict in the Indus Basin? I said, no, I'm not going to write anything about the water and conflict because I'm sick and tired of water and conflict in Pakistan, or for that matter, water and conflict in the Indus Basin. They said, no, we want you to do something on water and conflict in subnational scale. And I said, well, I need to do some basic research because I'm absolutely sick and tired of hearing the old rope of, well, you know the positions. So I got to do some research, and this presentation is basically, it gave me some ideas about how the Indus is produced, how it is discursively produced. What is the Indus? It seems to me that Indus is about the only river in the world which gave there are countries named after it, India after Indus. And it is also a river that gave a name to an entire civilization and a religion, Sindhu, Hindu. And Hindu basically meant the people who lived in the land of the Sindhu. But different constituencies in South Asia tend to construct and make this basin, this river, into a set of entities. And I'd like to reflect with you what those constructions are and what the consequences of those constructions. Which is why I have a bit of a provocative title, Ghaddar, Samraj, environment, development. What do these terms mean in the context of the Indus, and how Indus becomes a conduit for talking about these things? So I was in Lahore, and the President Chamber of Commerce said, "Jo bhi Ghalaba ke khilaf hai, Ghaddar hai, Ghaddar hai, Ghaddar." I think the translation is down there, so two of the erstwhile colleagues will read that. And I just thought, my God, to be so emotional about a dam, about a wall, about a concrete structure is like being excited about a car radiator. The car radiator is a means to an end. And if someone gets emotional, oh my God, my car radiator, and if you don't like my car radiator, I hate you. Are you serious? Seriously? I mean, it's a means to an end. It's a thing that gets you to do things. So why is it that people get so emotional about a stupid infrastructure thing? Does anybody ever get excited about a road, about a pole, about a roundabout? But somehow this particular infrastructure project evokes these sorts of emotions, which I found quite amusing. Next one, please. So I thought part of the problem might be this map right here. So they will promise you, they'll swear to you that this is in fact an Indus. It's straight lines, it's a giant plumbing system. And what we have done to an ecosystem, to a locus of a civilization, drawn straight lines and straight lines emanating from it, we have scientized it, we have appropriated it, and we've made it into this. You have to believe in that reality and believe it as an absolute objective reality to maintain that anyone who doesn't buy into this reality is a Gaddar. Next one, please. Then there is another one. This is the reality of the Indus. 144 million acre feet come in there and 106 million acre feet go over there, and this is what happened. It's connected here, it's connected there. And you have to believe in it because that is the scientific objective reality. Right? यदि हम आपको साइंस पढ़ा रहे हैं, लाइक बच्चे साइंस पढ़ते हैं, नालायक बच्चे आर्ट्स पढ़ते हैं, तो नालायक बच्चों के साथ तो हम नहीं हैंग आउट करते, ठीक है ना? हम तो लाइक बच्चों के साथ हैंग आउट करते हैं। लाइक बच्चे जो हैं वो आपके लिए ये एक हकीकत बना रहे हैं। Next one. Here I was driving by Mall Road and this particular poster I saw, and it is remarkably illustrative. We demand, since 1947, the continuous Indian hydro offensive should be sorted out through the construction of the Kalabagh Dam. This is perhaps the only country in the world where you're talking about a water infrastructure project and the face of the Chief of Army Staff is there. I mean, this is surreal. You would think that you are in some sort of a movie if it weren't for real. There's actually, like, it is every child's loans will be paid off and all the development will be sorted out. We want a Zarb-e-Azb. The anti-terrorist operation going on in North Waziristan is equated with the building of a bloody wall. Forgive me for my bad language. It is amazing. It is amazing. I don't know, I find it amazing as if you do. So Zarb-e-Azb is what you want for building of the Kalabagh. Next one, please. Oh, development. Dear friend and a mentor, Shamsul Mulk Saab says, if you look at the world, there are three main powers. I often say to people, Pakistanis, or for that matter people in the global south, may or may not believe in God, but they believe in development. They believe in development. Development articulated as mass production, mass consumption, imitation of the West. We don't like the West in any other respect, but when it comes to the development, the type of development that they have, there will be no questions. You have to be insane not to believe that. Quote right here. कि जी आपको पता नहीं है 6500 डैम है चीन के अंदर, अमेरिका में 22,000 डैम है, और जी इंडिया ने 650 डैम बना लिए, आपने कितने डैम बनाए? कमाल। वैसे हमें और चीजें नहीं पसंद है, लेकिन जो काम वो कर रहे हैं वो हमें जरूर करते हैं। अब ये इसकी क्या साइंस है, ये कोई मुझे समझा दे, मैं मान देता हूँ। मैंने सुना था कि जिसको आप अच्छा समझते हैं उसकी आप तकलीफ करें, लेकिन हम जिसको बुरा समझते हैं उसकी तकलीफ बहुत आगे। फिर at the local scale, what is the construction? This is the construction. This is the way the state sees the living spaces of it. The places where you grew up, the places where you were born, places where your emotions are. To the state, this is what it means. This is Killa number, Murabba number, Khatuni, This is a Patwari map of a couple of villages. This is how the state sees it. The numbers. Next one. So, Indus from the margins. I'm going to say it in Urdu because others can read it in English. वो जनाब इरसा के चेयरमैन साहब थे, उन्होंने मुझे कहा कि यार पास में हम सिंधी काफ़ी काहिल लोग हैं, ऐसा कुछ इतना ख़ास हमारे शोहरत नहीं है, हम काम बड़ा जोर नहीं करते हैं, बाकी हमारे यहाँ फ्यूडलिज्म भी है, लड़ाइयाँ भी करते हैं, ये भी करते हैं, वो भी करते हैं, लेकिन यार कम से कम हमें प्यास से मारने करते हैं, दैट डजंट मीन दैट वी डिजर्व टू डाई, हैं? क्या ख्याल है? उन्होंने कहा ये बात सुनो, मैं इंजीनियर हूँ, कौन सा इंजीनियर है जिसको टाइम पसंद नहीं होता? मुझे बड़े पसंद है, मैं कहता हूँ ढेर सारी बातें, बड़ी अच्छी बात। उन्होंने ये कहा कि यार लेकिन पंजाबी लोग जब बात करते हैं भी सीधी तरह कहो कि यार पंजाब के हक में आपका भी शायद फायदा हो, खैर मैं मानने को तैयार। वो कहते हैं नहीं भाईजान कमाल कर रहे हैं जी, हमारी खंजीर है हमारे ऊपर कि हमको फायदा इससे होता है, आपको फायदा ही सारा आपका। अरे यार मैं पागल बना रहा हूँ, सही सही बात करो भाई, हमारे फायदे की बात है, आपका भी फायदा हो जाएगा, बात खत्म हो। ये एक आवाज है, whether you want to believe it or not, that's up to you. Then next one. नेशनलिस्ट कहते हैं कि यार फिशिंग मैनेजमेंट की बात करो। If 70% of water doesn't get to the root zone, so then there's an issue there. He would freely concede कि जो ज़्यादतियाँ सिंध के अंदर होती हैं with regard to head of the water course and the tail of the water course, everybody knows about them. So there are issues. No one says that the system as it is working. Has anybody talked about it? It's like sticking the engine of a Mercedes into an FX and saying it's a Mercedes. It will tear it apart. Well, that's what the sounds on the margins say. Next one, please. I asked someone, what about average flows? Look at the yeah, this is absolutely right. Punjab wale kehte hain on average we deliver you the water that you're looking for. They are absolutely right. They do deliver on average the water over 10-year average, 20-year average. Water is delivered उन्होंने कहा। हकीकत ये है कि 9 साल they will be less than average, a lot less than average, and then 1 year, flat year they get a whole lot of water, and then you average it out. In fact, they do get the average. This average is a wonderful thing. Everyone loves the average, in particular in the engineering profession, they love the average because the up and down, up and down. Anybody knows. First of all, my criteria is anyone in the water business, if they talk about averages, I know they don't know anything about it. That's a criteria that you should use. Next one. And then there is a situation like that. 80% of groundwater is saline. And the reality of the straight lines and 106 million acres, have a chat with these women. I saw little girls with renal failure because they had been drinking saline groundwater. And these women waiting entire days, and you know about collection of water in the rural Pakistan. Have a chat with these people and try and explain to them that asal mein there are 124 million acre feet idhar aa rahe hain, itne acre feet udhar aa rahe hain, idhar dam banega, udhar ye aise hoga, udhar aise hoga. But the reality, the experienced reality in this is very, very different from the sort of constructed, discursive reality. Next one. Thanks to RBOD, which is a Sindh project, by the way, a wholesale destruction of ecosystems is taking place. It's being observed. The reality is that 50,000 people used to live on the Mancha, today about 5,000 people. An entire way of life, an entire ecosystem has been destroyed. We know that there are many reasons why it has been destroyed. Somebody says it is Punjab's fault, somebody says it's this person's fault, somebody says it's that person's fault. But I say it is the fault of a mindset that equates infrastructure, mass production, mass consumption with development and believes in it religiously. It's a religion. वो मुझे कहते हैं ना कि आप तालिबान के हक में या खिलाफ बात करें, I never say anything in favor or against it because he said it's a religious issue now, and I don't discuss it. It's no longer it has left the shores of reason and logic. It's in the realm of religion and ideology. Next one. Poor equity and efficiency is a reality. Certainly an experiential reality. Certainly an experiential that NGO walas often talk about, which we all know about. But certainly nobody would deny, even the water sector, that in fact these are very serious concerns. Next one. And then there are multiple ecosystem services. What is Ravi? Is it a drain? I mean, I spent quite a bit of time working on the lake in Rawalpindi, Islam. Everybody calls it lay nala. Anytime someone calls it a nala, I want to grab them by the throat and throttle them. Really, I'm not a violent person, but sometimes when anyone calls lay a nala, it upsets me so much that I want to throttle them. Shall we call Ravi a nala? Ravi nala, Sindh nala, Chenab nala. How does that sound? Make a case to somebody from Wazirabad, yeah, actually this is a Chenab nala. What are you worried about? You know what lay means in Patwari? Lay means a river. River nala. Never mind in the Ordnance Survey maps of India, the third order streams got the name nala attached to it. You call it a nala, you treat it as a nala. This fishing, groundwater recharge, multiple ecosystem services. There's a universe of values that people who live along these rivers and streams realize from it. That's also in a construction. Sequestration, leisure, cultural production. नवाज शरीफ साहब कहते हैं कि जी हम बचपन में जाते थे अपना बारादरी और उसकी सैर करते थे और रावी की सैर होती थी. हमारे भी तीसरी चौथी जमात की निसाब में होता था कि दरिया की सैर. अब आज भी किसी बच्चे से पूछना कोई दरिया की सैर की है? कभी कश्ती में बैठे हैं? कितने बैठे हैं कश्ती में? रावी पे गए हैं कभी कश्ती में? Has anybody been on a boat on a river? Not one. So of course they'll buy into a different reality. Next. So co-production of the Indus, I guess the overall point is, it is a dominant state-centric view. It is a dominant view, which is a giant plumbing system to be controlled. वो जैसे आपके घर के अंदर प्लम्बिंग होती है ना, ये पाइप इधर जोड़ दो, वो पाइप उधर जोड़ दो, उस पाइप से उधर जोड़ दें. उसकी ग्राउंड वाटर, सरफेस वाटर कनेक्शंस, उसकी इवेपोरेटिव इश्यूज, उसकी इकोलॉजिकल इश्यूज, उसकी डायनामिज्म is something that is completely assumed away. Because the reality of our equations is the reality of our calculations is the reality, and the messiness of life is something for the Lalaik, Artswala and the Ladar, others to talk. Alternate view, which is also at times can be quite irrational, by the way. I mean, the Sindhis, the Punjabis, the Samraj, the other one is saying the Ladar, and that's the sort of nonsense that takes place, which is why I want to stay away from it. The alternate view, it's ecology imbricated with identity, equity, and justice. इंसाफ के सवाल, शहरियत के सवाल, शनाख्त के सवाल, वो निगोशिएट होते हैं पानी के जरिए, पानी के थ्रू. अगर हमें पानी नहीं मिल रहा है, क्या मतलब है कि हम इंसान नहीं? एक फंडामेंटल अपनी शख्सियत, अपने तशख्खुस की लोग बात करते हैं पानी के जरिए. मैंने अपनी माँ को परेशान होते हुए देखा कि जी घर में पानी नहीं है, रोना धोना पड़ा हुआ है. और यहाँ पे अक्सर लोग बैठे हैं, एक्सपीरियंस एग्जैक्टली दैट. यू नो हाउ मच ऑफ इट इज इन्वेस्टेड कि जी घर वाले ने कहा कि जी तुमने नाश्ता नहीं बनाया, ये नहीं किया. अरे पानी नहीं है तो मैं कैसे नाश्ता बनाऊँ? इट इज एन एक्सपीरियंस, इट इज अ रियलिटी दैट इज एक्सपीरियंस्ड एवरीवेयर. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दैट. उसको बोलेंगे जब काला पाक डैम बनेगा तो मिल जाएगा पानी. इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज फॉर द पुअर. आप कहते हैं कि एनवायरमेंटलिज्म जो है, ऑल्टरनेट व्यू कहते हैं कि एनवायरमेंटलिज्म जो है ये तो बाहर गोरों का काम. अच्छा, जाके उसको बोले ना चश्मे से जो पानी भरता है कि ये चश्मा जब गंदा हो जाएगा और आपके बच्चे इससे बीमार पड़ेंगे, ये गोरे की साजिश है. इस पानी के मुताबिक बात करें कहीं जाकर. It's not about that. Alternate view is saying that it is the poor people are the ones who are most directly dependent upon the quality of water and the quantity of water for their survival. Stop thinking about the big and the mighty and their factories and think about how the poor people depend upon. Maybe that's might be what we're thinking. And then there is the eco-technocratic gaze. जी हमने साइंस पढ़ी हुई, हमें इक्वेशंस आती हैं ढेर सारे, हम तो बड़े समझदार हैं. Technocratic gaze. It is predicated upon averages. I was asked by my HOD to teach this module. So I learned one thing, that average is a predictive model of the data. But I never realized that this one predictive model of the data has literally penetrated into the capillary level of our existence. हम सोच नहीं सकते averages के बारे में. I'll give you a diagram about it some other time if you ask me questions. I'll leave it. And then competing visions of development. यार आप चाहते क्या? पीली टैक्सी चाहिए, खुली सड़कें चाहिए, ऊंची बिल्डिंगें चाहिए. You want to be like America? We have a couple of Americans here who can enlighten you what that says. अमेरिका बनना है ना, ये चीन बनना है. बाद में हमें वो ये भी कह सकते हैं यार पाकिस्तान तो पहले बन जाए बंदे को हमारा अपना भी तो विजन हो सकता है यार कि हमारे मुकद्दर में अमेरिका बनने देंगे. That is it. With all the intelligence, with all the diversity of thought, with all the depth that you have, that is it. This is all that you are looking for. That is the extent of your imagination. Saudi Arab बनना, तुर्की बनना, कभी अपने लिए सोच सकते हो?